Hey y'all, happy Monday. Also, happy Veterans Day. It is November 11th. I just watered the high tunnel, which is looking absolutely amazing. That's all our Batavian lettuce, right there. That whole thing. And, y'all, I've had such good luck with this variety of lettuce. We've grown it every year for the last couple years. And it is very cold tolerant. I've actually found it doesn't bolt super quick when it's warm, so I don't know if it's technically supposed to be a slow bolting, but my experience is that it does. I'm watching this white moth, which is what lays the cabbage worms, flitting around, and I got it a couple times with the sprayer. We've got a couple. These are the Laurentian rutabagas from M.I. Gardner. And we've got a bunch that are very close. These need some more time, but these two are just humongous. Probably ready to be put out soon. I am off work today, which is glorious. I have a long list of things I have to get done. I did get a run in this morning though, which was fantastic. I've not been able to do that in a very long time, many weeks. So challenging getting back into that. I have been very consistent with weightlifting though lately. So it just felt good to get that cardio in and roll my legs out. But I'm gonna check on the poppies too. We butchered chickens yesterday. We butchered 30. This is the second meat bird butchering that we've done. As you know, we did some roosters kind of when we figured out we had too many of them. But oh my gosh. I'm standing on my flower. Sorry y'all, I can't finish a consistent thought today. These are all volunteer zinnias, which this is where the zinnias were, so it doesn't greatly surprise me, but it's just funny. There's more there. So this is going to be a walkway. This will all be garden space. This will be garden space. I took out the keyhole shape that I had just because it was a little bit cumbersome when putting up like support netting and things like that. It looks like the deer have been down enjoying. I planted some brassicas. I think this is a mix of like rutabagas and kale and stuff. I planted some a while ago and it looks like they've gotten eaten, which is fine. I didn't have any plans for all this stuff. Those are forget-me-nots. Got some celosia and stuff up there. Oh my gosh. And again, I pulled out the Tithonia, the Mexican sunflowers, and they're just blooming on a dead stalk right there. Like, totally unbothered. They're so hardy, y'all. Like, it's crazy. Looks like we've had some deer coming in and eating the leaves off of the amaranth. This is all volunteer celosia. Again, I had celosia here, so not surprising, really. This is where I planted all the poppies. And as you can see, there have been plenty of things walking through here. So we'll see what comes in the spring. Anyways, chickens. We butchered chickens yesterday. We butchered 30. We butchered 7 of those were Ranger Reds, which we did our experience. We took them to 12 weeks at an 18% protein, and they were quite small. They're like 3 to 4 pound birds, which when you get a organic bird in the grocery store, like that's about what they are. But we are used to the Cornish crosses, which were 5 to 7 pounds, and some of those on the higher end of 7. So it is definitely quite different. But the hearts and the liver go to the dogs. We save those. The necks and the feet we save for stock, which they make a beautiful gelatinous stock, which that gelatinous stuff, I know to some people that sounds gross, but it's collagen, y'all, and that is really good for us humans to consume. It's great for our gut. It's great for our joints. It's also for ladies. It's good for our hair and our nails. But we are probably going to part out probably six or seven birds, and then keep whole the Ranger Reds because they're a little bit smaller. We do have birds going to a friend of mine and my folks. But you know, like, we do use pretty much everything that we can of the bird. The entrails, like the intestines, the pancreas, you know, like, we don't use that. We throw it away. We did compost it last time, but y'all, it makes very stinky compost, and we did not want to deal with it this time. It also attracts critters. So that's the other thing we don't want to have to deal with. So the heads and the entrails, apart from the heart and the liver, we went ahead and threw in the trash. But I'm canning stock today because I'm off and I have a good amount of time to be able to do that. And then the birds that we part out, the carcasses again get made into stock. And I save all of my chicken carcasses even when we grill or smoke a bird. And that also gets made into stock. So I think we do a pretty good job of trying to kind of use as much of our stuff as we can. Bill and I think have gotten into like a good cadence together with being able to do it. So to do 30 birds took us about 3 hours yesterday, which is really not bad. You rest them on ice for 24 to 48 hours. We are bagging them today. We have a couple coolers that are really good at keeping things like insulated and cold. We got another one, which is a little bit of a cheaper cooler. And so we're noticing we're having to ice that down a little more. But we do have a separate freezer, like, ready to go for the chicken. So yeah, pretty easy process yesterday. It was nice being able to, like, rest them instead of having to part them out and bag them and do all of that yesterday, because that would have just been a lot. It was pretty cold yesterday, which is nice in the sense of, like, when you're butchering and it's chilly, you're not feeling as stressed and rushed to get everything into a cooler. And then, you know, like, as if you're doing it when it's warm outside, because obviously you're not wanting flies around, you don't want bacteria to start growing. And it was very chilly yesterday, so none of that was a factor, you know, but obviously we're still going to get them iced down and the temperature cooled off as quickly as possible. So we're bagging today, and then as we kind of see family and friends in the next few weeks, we'll distribute out stuff to them. So yeah, that's kind of just our general chicken process. I know this was not long, but you know, like, we also have a lot of equipment that make it very quick and easy. We have a scalder, we have a plucker, whereas if you're manually doing those things, that takes so much longer. So our scalder, we can fit, in order to not affect the temperature of the water too much, you want to, between 140 and 150, we can do 3 birds at a time, and it makes it very easy. And then, you know, it makes so the feathers pull out really quickly. The Ranger Reds, though, we did notice they took more time in the scalder. They did not, like, their feathers don't come out as easy as the Cornish cross, and they just have more feathers. It actually plugged up our plucker. We had to kind of go in there and try to get some of the feathers out. So we'll compost the feathers also. They are great nitrogen on the compost, so we use a good amount. But that's it, guys, for today. I hope everyone has a happy and safe Veterans Day, and thank you to all our service members. I've got a couple in my life that I'm quite grateful for. So anyway, thanks, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.